Hi everybody, Wendy here from Lolly Dolly Crafts, and today I'm just going to do, I haven't done a makeup video for a long time, so this is my face, guys, that who follow my channel and didn't know what I look like. I predominantly do, I would say, craft videos, but I do like to dabble with makeup as well. And as you can see, my hair is now no longer dark, it's blonde. In fact, my natural hair colour is white, like really white, but it makes me feel a bit washed out with it being white, so I do put blonde in it. And this is a hairpiece. This is a 3/4 hairpiece, and I got this from eBay. It's quite a nice quality. It does have a little bit of a wiggy shine to it, but it's not horrendous. If you do get a wig and it is a bit like that, just put some talcum powder in it and that will take some of the shine out. And do excuse if I'm a little bit croaky because I've had a bit of a chest infection as well. But I thought, I have neglected my face of late, so I thought, right, I'm going to do a bit of a video. A bit of a makeup video, I think, because I do like playing. Okay, so I primed and moisturised and primed my face. I use the Photo Hydra Day Talorca moisturiser, and I got this in my glossy box, so I put that on for my moisturiser, and then I used a bit of the Pore Professional. This is just a little sample. I have got the full size one, but I got this as a sample, so I just use that up first. So it's just to minimise the appearance of pores, and believe me, my pores are more like craters than pores. I do suffer, especially around my nose area. I do suffer from large pores. So, okay, bit of a mixture, excuse me, bit of a mixture today. Bit of MAC, a bit of Makeup Revolution, so mid-high end to drugstore. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to go for, I'm not going anywhere, so I thought, well, I'm just going to go for a natural look. Oh, look at that, I'm just doing the Miss Piggy bit. Oh, I do apologise. Oh, look, do you like my necklace? So, anyway, yes, so I think I'm just sorting my brushes out. Okay, so I'm going to start with my highlighter first. No, I'm going to start with my foundation first. And I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix liquid. Okay, I do have a very red look to my complexion, unfortunately. So this is NC15, okay, by MAC. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use it one of these like imitation or dupe artist. It's not an artist brush, don't get me wrong, but this is just, I got these this was 99p I think from eBay, and you know, I don't knock it, but I just can't afford to spend that amount of money on you know, genuine high-end brushes like this when I can get it for 99p. So I think Makeup Revolution as well is doing I think it's about £45 for a set of brushes like this that are also dupes for the artist brush. Why isn't this coming out? Come on, folks. Right, okay. So I'll just put some of this on the back of my hand. Okay, so to show you, hope you can see. Then I'm just going to, have got a mirror at the side here. Now I do find these brushes because I've got quite large pores, especially around my nose area, and my T-zone is my driest area on my face. So I do find that putting it either on with one of these or with a sponge, like a what do they call it? The Real Techniques sponge, that it does go on a lot smoother for me. Oh, I got a squeaky chair. I really must do something about it. So sometimes I think, oh, you know, do I put makeup on that's probably a bit too light for me? But I think because I do suffer from redness, if I put one on that's maybe a bit like darker, it tends to accentuate, you know, the redness on my, you know, for my face. So now my worst dry area is this bit here in between my eyebrows. Since I've been going through you know, menopause, that would be a good video, wouldn't it? Menopause and makeup and how menopause. Yeah, so I've got a really dry patch there, and normally I do combat it because I use oh gosh, I've got my dopey head on as well at the moment. I use Retin-A Ultra Toning on my face. Every night I use it. I use the 1%. I started off with a 2.5% and now I'm on the 1%. So I've been doing that for nearly a year now. But because I'm a bit, I think I'm a bit run down, and the weather's sort of changing from, you know, the summer to the winter, I seem to have, my dry spot seems to be a bit worse at the moment. So, but anyway, we will cope with it. We will cope with it. Now, this is quite a good full coverage foundation, this MAC. I do like, because I have quite a red sort of blotchy face, I do like full coverage foundation. And sometimes if I do get really dry, or it's, you know, almost like that cakey look there, what I'll do is I'll put my foundation on and then I'll go back in with like I don't know what, I forgot to spray my priming base, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll go back over with some like face primer just in that area, and it just seems to sort of like dry out that not dry out, but smooth out that flakiness a bit. So I tend to do that, because otherwise I end up, I've got this really horrible dry T-zone here that's absolutely horrendous. Or what another thing I do is I use moisturiser, and I'll mix my foundation in with some moisturiser, which is what I should have done today probably. I sort of go, I'll do half and half, and then that way it doesn't show up as much, she says. But yeah. Okay, so that's my foundation on. Probably if I'd have realised how bad dry it was going to be, I probably wouldn't have put, or I'd have just put moisturiser on in my middle. I've got some really I can't think who it's by, I can't remember, but it's moisturiser, but it's really oily, and I use it especially if I'm using the Retin-A. Okay, so now for a bit of a highlight. I gotta stop doing that. It's not even in the way. It's just not being used to having that. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is, where's it gone? Now this is the Makeup Revolution, and it's the dual end sort of contouring. It's by Freedom actually, and Freedom and Makeup Revolution is owned by a company called Tan Beauty. And what they've done is they've combined and created rather than being able to shop in two places, you can shop in one. And it's called Tan Beauty now. And this is the Freedom Pro Contour Shaped Stick. Now, I love this. The only gripe I've got about it is the packaging lids, because they never stay on. So, you know, I have to keep this separately, otherwise I get foreign stuff on my, you know, because it's a cream. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go mad, because obviously, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm just going to add some sort of contouring bit, sort of, just to give me a bit of, I've done that the wrong way around, didn't I? Just a bit down the side of my nose, and then I'll use the lighter one down the middle of my nose, and then the lighter one there. Ooh, I look like an Indian, don't I? And then I'm going to use just a little bit of the MAC cover, just right under my eyes, just to get that, because this is quite light. This is, let's come off, NC11, I think it is. I'm just going to put this sort of right under here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is blend it all in with the same brush. So, if I was going out, I would, because my face is so dry, I would probably have been better off using like an abrasive exfoliator, like my dermabraser. Can't remember which one I've got, but I would probably have used something like that, just to, you know, get rid of any sort of horrible dead skin cells that I have on my chops. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more highlighter on there. So for my eyes, I'm going to use the Painterly. Okay, I'm going to add this with just my fingers. I can do it with my fingers at the moment because I haven't got any nails on, because I've had a really bad contact dermatitis problem with my nails, to the point where I nearly lost my nails. It was that bad. It wasn't any salon's fault, it was, I did my nails myself, and something I obviously used wasn't quite the same. So yeah, I mean, they are better, but they're nowhere near back to, you know, the condition they were before. So yes, I'm just using some of the paint, and I'm just adding a little tiny bit under my eyes. Now, I've got my outfit for my son's wedding. It's lilac, would you believe, which you would think, you know, it's not even the normal colour I go for, because I like pink. So I'm going to be using, this is the Make It Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave, and this was a collaboration with the British beauty blogger. She did a collaboration with Make It Revolution. So I'm going to use, so to start off with, I'm going to use, I haven't got the piece of paper, so I don't know what colours they are, but I'm going to use sort of that one, which is like, sort of like a beigey cream. So I'm just going to use that just to sort of go over. just as a base. I need my lashes infilled as well, but because I've had a bit of a cold and obviously being in close contact with you know, when you're having somebody do your eyes, they have to be very quite close to you. I didn't want to give my infection to the poor lady that does my lashes. So yeah, so I'm just, I watch some beauty videos and when they do their skin, I don't know whether it's because it's on the camera, but their foundation is flawless, and I just think, I wish mine would look like that. It never does, probably because I'm so wrinkly. I think my flawless foundation days are well and truly over. Yeah, I wish. Sometimes as well, once I put my foundation on and I let it sort of, you know, react to the oils and that in my skin, I'll just sort of go over a little bit. Go over again with my brush just to sort of pat in, you know, in the pores, and it just sort of helps. Right, okay, so like I said, I'm going for a natural look today, so I think I'm gonna use, let's have a look, browns, I think. So I'm gonna use that as my transition there, which is, like I said, I don't really know what colour it is because I haven't got the piece of paper. Oh, they've got no, it's on the back, but they've got no names on them, so I couldn't tell you. They're not named, they're just, so I'm just going to add this on the brow bone. It's like a rusty colour, but I just want it as a, I'm just taking it not all the way up to my eyebrows, but just up to my brow bone. And it's all about just blending and blending, you know, until you're happy. Sometimes when I'm doing my makeup, I'll be doing it and sort of like in the mirror it looks fine, but as soon as I take, like if I take a photograph to put it on Instagram, it's almost like you have to post an Instagram photograph, like I only do put, like, you know, my eyes on there. I don't tend to put much of anything else regarding beauty anyway. Craft stuff I do, but it always seems that you have to put, to do an Instagram photograph, you have to put like loads and loads and loads and loads. I'm not too impressed with this. It's not really very good. I can never open these things. Yeah, it's almost like you have to go OTT with the, you know, your eyeshadow in order for it to sort of really show up for an Instagram photograph. Right, so there we go. So now I'm going to use, I think, this is sort of like, it's like a reddy brown, or a maroony brown, that one there. So I'm going to do that one on the top of my lid. Not my lid, my, in the crease. Just do it like and I'm not really sort of moving it up into where my brown was. What I'm doing, where the sort of like the rusty colour was, what I'm doing is I'm putting it on my brush and then sort of swirling it to blend literally just there. And that way what happens is, if you do it that way, and I'm by no means an expert, but I just know what works for me, but in doing it that way you don't lose the transition line between your crease lid and where the brow bone, because all you're doing is just blending. Because what you don't want to end up with is sort of like a muddy. So I just stick my brush literally into where my crease is and just sort of swirl around there, where I want that darker colour to be. Now, because my lashes need doing, I would probably, because they look alright, but they are a bit patchy, I would probably put falsies on, false lashes. Okay, so in my outer crease, I'm going to use a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to add a darker. I'm going to do that one there. Oh, in actual fact, I'm going to use that one there because it's got like a bit of an orangey sort of shimmer to it, black and an orangey shimmer to it. That's quite nice. We'll see how that works. Bit of fallout, and I wouldn't say the orange shimmer comes through, more it's just sort of black, to be honest, or blackish. So again, I'm just blending that, and I will tidy up that. So, yeah, we've got 4 weeks to the wedding. So, I can't wait, actually. I can't wait. Don't worry, I've got a bit of fallout there. I'm not worried about that, because I can tidy that up. Okay, so now I'm just going to add, I've got this L'Oreal Colour Riche. It is an eyeshadow primer, but I just want to tidy up the line between my eyelid and my crease. So I'm just going to sort of I'd love to have my nails done again. I miss having my nails done. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this angle brush. This is not, I don't even know where I got this one from. It's not, I don't think, it's not the Real Techniques ones, I don't think, it's just a dupe. And I'm going to go back in with that sort of orangey colour there, just underneath my eye. Again, just following what I did above. And then I'll go back again into those other two colours that I used, just to, not all the way across my eye, but just to match. I'm not very good at doing a natural eye look. Mine never turns out looking completely, well, what you would call natural, because I don't know, just not very good at, I always end up, but this is more like a smoky, definitely a smoky look. So there we go. I've got some an eye makeup remover pad here, so I'm just going to just take off any fallout on that corner. There we go. And then just blend back in with my, right, okay, so on my inner eye I'm going to add some white in the inner corner, and then on my brow for highlight. Oops. And this is quite a nice sort of shimmery white, although just to be aware that if you do have crepey eyes, that wearing the shimmer does accentuate them, but I think me worrying about, you know, crepey eyes, I'm the age I am, do you know what I mean? And then just add a little bit to my inner eye as well. There we go. So that is my eyes. I just need to put some eyeliner on. Now for my blush, okay, I'm going to use this. This is, I don't even know where I got this from. It's a dark brown eyeliner with a smudger at the other end, so I'm just going to add that to my waterline. And making sure it's sort of going into my lash line as well. I have quite watery eyes, so if I don't add it to my lash line as well, it doesn't tend to stay. And this is a waterproof one, but it tends to look better. And then I'm just adding it to underneath my top lash line. Okay. And then oh, that's cool. And then just use a smudger just to get rid of any too much of a line. Okay. For this is a Santi eyeliner, and I'm absolutely awful at doing you know, winged eyeliner. I'm terrible at it. So, and the fact that I'm doing this on camera as well. Never works for me. It doesn't help the fact that I have hooded lids. Oops. So what I tend to do is not do a humongous flick. I tend to just do a little one because it sort of curls around the hood of my eye anyway. And you name it, I've tried them. Stencils. I think I need mine tattooed on. I think if I had them tattooed on, it might work. Yeah, see, even now, one's up there and one's down there. So annoying. That'll have to do. Not brilliant, but it'll do. Okay, so I've got this little highlighting palette. This is by Lamelia. This is just a drugstore, which I can't get open. So I'm just going to do one of the smaller brushes. I don't want too much on there, so I'm just going to just add a little bit more contouring to my chops. I've got a fatty face, or more round face, I should say, so, you know, who got, I think it must have been a person who was a bit on the larger side, who invented contouring in the face. Oh dear, that's funny. Yeah. And then I'm just going to use that highlighter on there. Just under my eye, or just at the top of my cheekbone, I should say. I don't believe that and then for my just blusher, I'm going to use, this is a Makeup Revolution blush palette called Blush Goddess, and I'm going to use, I think, a combo of, let's have a look, probably, I'll try that pinky one first, because obviously I've got lots of browns on, but I'm using this chunky brush here. Oh no, actually what I might do is I use this big one. Actually I'll use this one first, just to sort of put it on, and then I'll just blend it out with that big fluffy one. I'm just thinking, I wasn't sure whether this one was going to be. And then just sort of blend all that in together. Okay, now for my lippy lips, I'm going to be using the Clinique Colour Pop. And this is a Clinique Pop, and this one's the Wild Pop number 11. And this is a 05 eBay lip liner. Okay, so I'm going to use that. I do have quite sort of wonky shaped lips. This side of my lip on my bottom, I've got quite small lips. This one's like, if I push that in just very slightly, so I always tend to have to bring the liner just a bit further down on that side, just to even them out. Okay, and then I'm just going to add, these are beautiful lipsticks, these are. So, there we go. So that's my makeup for today. Get it off my teeth. Let's take off my horrible crooked teeth. So, quite a bold lip. Not particularly natural, but you know, quite nice. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.